Welcome, people of the YouTube, to an episode from, let's see, I fucking forgot what this game is. Space Pirates and Zombies. My name is DragonPanda and I'll be your survivor, I guess. I've chosen this game because I chose this game, and let's begin. So hopefully this fucking thingy is not too sound, much to sound, you know, there's not too much sound, otherwise you can't hear me and stuff. So before we go into this, well, thank you all for supporting me by liking, subscribing, commenting, and if you guys like this kind of these games, you know, space games, pirate games, space zombie games, then I recommend continue watching this, because I kinda chose, you know, I do the thing, chose three games that I'm gonna record until the end, either by finishing one of each. After finishing one game, there will be an open slot which you people can choose to, by a popular vote, will be chosen next. So let's see. Expert. Insane. You have activated insane mode. Please keep in mind that insane mode is exactly what it says. It is insane. Your base damage output is drastically reduced, while every other captain gets a large boost in damage. Zombies even more so. It is recommended you never play this mode even unless you enjoy pain and suffering. Do not expect a fair and balanced experience if you play on insane mode. Well, we'll go normal, because even in normal difficulty it is quite hard to do stuff. So let's enjoy this shortcut or whatever the fucking is.
Res. It was the answer to everything. A transmutable element with the power to unlock the secrets of the universe. It gifted humanity everything there was to know about space-time and how to enslave it. Res triggered an explosion of technological advancement. Mankind spread to the far reaches of the galaxy, growing exponentially in numbers, along with the reliance on Res. The United Terran Alliance was founded to control the countless population. Eventually, they sought to ration the use of Res. As Res supplies thinned, conflict arose. An epidemic of fortune-seeking miners forced their way to the galactic core, where resin was most abundant. Eventually, the primary Res source was discovered. All Res stemmed from a sinister and timeless energy being, a being awakened by the use of Res. They had sprung an ancient and recursive trap, Res being the bait no budding civilization could possibly ignore. Corruption spilled outward into the stars, twisting the biological matrix of all it touched, integrating it into machines. Mankind's own technology, their own dead, had begun to turn against them. For years they struggled to survive against a flood of abominated metal and flesh. Billions were lost to the infection, only further feeding the expanding corruption. In spite of hopeless obliteration, the very fabric of life itself arose to fight the dark entity. As a race, humanity came together for a single purpose. In some twisted way, they had found peace. Peace, however, does not last. People fell back into their self-minded ways. Humanity turned inward in a scramble for the remaining Res, which now could no longer be renewed. As the UTA lost its control over the galaxy, they collapsed the entire Warpgate network beyond any hope of salvage. Human ingenuity, it turns out, knows no captivity. A resin-based drive was developed, allowing more direct travel anywhere in the galaxy. The Void was reborn as a wild, untapped, and lawless frontier. As years pass, piracy and skirmish battles rage. Precious Res the prize. Raw worlds are recklessly colonized and disputed by legions of makeshift starships. An entire ecology of nomadic drifters emerged, endlessly recycling the wrecks of constant war. All the while, the nearly forgotten saviors of the galaxy tirelessly struggle to exterminate the last remnants of the infection.
Alright, so it seems like this is our ship.
It seems like
You
dimwits have flown my ship headlong into an infested region. That is the third time this
I
week.
don't need to
6
read
million forms
this.
of communication, and I'm yet to find them.
Anyhow, it seems like there's an enemy ship, which I would like to... Oh, snap. Also, I don't seem like I see my own health and stuff. Hopefully it's just so that, you know... Super kill! Holy smokes. There's a lot of people trying to screw with me. Yeah, so... Welcome to the game. It seems like it's throwing me into this to, I don't know, eliminate them? What is this? What's the plan? Who's doing what and what are we doing? So, as you can see, we have this ship, right? This ship will soon turn to wreckage because, you know, stuff. Reverse X, fire mouth, anti-entry, shift, broke reverse, and stuff like that. Seems like our ship is glowing and stuff, and that's about it. So, in this game, you got this ship. That's essentially your base of operation for now. You are a captain and so on and so forth. We belong to the clock crew company or something. There are other 4 factions, or 4 or 5 finally. 4 or 5 factions. The zombies are the 5th.
Game over.
Game over. Yeah.
By the void. Level 13 is truly the bane of my existence. Silence, imbecile. They gave their lives for the greater good. A scientific mind must stay active, or it would wither and wrinkle. I'll boil any ocean.
I told you he'd cause trouble if you leave him to his own whim. Those implants can really make a man sick in the melon. Elsa, he is a liability if we keep him on board.
Also, I don't hear crap.
Please refrain from sneaking up on another living creature like that. Do you not realize the horror people have to endure every time they look at your face? You are fortunate I did not inadvertently...
Okay, hopefully you don't hear echo.
Frenzy.
Everyone, shut up! To the bridge, right now. Anyone not here in 30 seconds is getting vented into space.
Okay, we are going imposter way.
Well, I'm glad to see everyone was able to get up at the crack of noon to work towards sustaining our survival. Let me present to you all the garbage dump we'll be sifting through this afternoon. Yes, most of this is useless junk. Yes, this is utterly pathetic, but what choice do we have?
This ain't no way to treat this here metal mother. The lady deserves better. Let me be snapping on something fresh. He might not be the best candidate to operate the tractor prototype. Keep in mind that Carl built this thing, so it goes without saying that it's dangerous. I'd hate to have come all this way just to have Mackenzie rip us apart like a rabid chimp with Carl's untested toys. You know how those two can be.
I don't really care who does what, but we need to jump on this opportunity to expand the mothership. That cool module will give us some elbow room, or those wings will give us some much-needed firepower. Let's get those modules fitted so we don't have to listen to each other breathe anymore.
Please pay close attention to the moving picture feature film show. You will be subjected to standardized testing.
Yeah, I know. I already played this game like a lot. So, as you can see, we are currently in the construction mode, which we are currently filling our ship, the mothership, with junk parts, as you can see over in...
What exactly do you think you're doing? Stop leaning on that overhead projection like a crutch. This isn't some archaic, top-down space shooter we're playing here. This is real, brutal, kitten-eating life we're talking about. Join the rest of us down here in reality.
Shush. Oh.
Our omnilithium capacitor is now tapped out. I've devised a method to simply eject the spent cell while fabricating a new one out of surrounding space dust. Do not ask me how it works, or why it makes sense. All that you need to know is that you will be unable to fire the ship's weapons while the new cell is being installed.
Alright, so anyhow, this is how we are supposed to reload and stuff. We are moving, but not really doing anything else.
Alright, I'm bringing the weapons online. If that is indeed what you want to call this garbage. Let's blast open some of these containers. Maybe we can find something to eat that won't make our hair fall out.
I have decided that it would be best if basic resource towing was left up to the ship's computer. These items are too fragile to be handled by Neanderthals. It brought me great pain to watch you struggle with the tractor beam.
Hoo. He has some spice, I guess. So anyhow, yeah. We will be breaking some of these crates to give us resources. And with this garbage that we have, we'll be able to travel around. Also have some crew, because that's kind of important as well.
Please assimilate and perform the following diagnostic tests on the kinetic shield system. Your life and my hull may depend upon it.
Okay. So yeah, we are kind of facing... We got shields, we got health. We are shielded up. Boost shields. With space.
All modern space-capable...
Okay, I didn't know that you can space do stuff. Boost engines, afterburners, charge 100.
Say I'm impressed. You're all able to lace this thing back together without eating each other. The only thing that remains is to test the res drive. Mackenzie, start the pre-flight procedure.
From scotch and caviar to beers and tears, how is it that Jameson is the only other one with ambition to dig out of this dung heap? Just cook those bloody engines up and lay in a course for somewhere that isn't here. Please.
Alright, my lady. We are going to the star map.
Welcome to the Super Ultra Star Map 9000. This holographic interface will allow you to...
Alright, shut up.
Game,
So,
save.
this is our map. Beautiful, isn't
Alright,
it?
we're mobile. If you are all thoroughly satisfied, we can finally get on with it. We still have stickies out there, not to mention a laundry list of equipment we need before we can do anything about them. Time is of the essence, and we've wasted so much of it already.
As anxious as I am to find a so-called sticky, we have not encountered one for many cycles. The ship does not yet have a nacelle to stand on. Therefore, we need to scout more easy opportunities to exploit.
Alright. So anyhow... Oh boy. Yeah. So we got the blue faction, the orange faction, we got all the other stuff.
Signal detected.
You know, we need to go over here. This is scrap field.
Your intestines are so long that if you strung them up end to end, you'd probably die. This here metal mother doesn't like to loot the dead. But what need do they got for intestines?
Yeah, each ship on this map has a number. The higher number, the bigger threat the enemy can be. And well, you got a
If we tune our warp frequency just right,
lore.
we can sometimes...
Okay, we'll be doing lore. Why not?
Once Earth's neon green oceans burned brighter than the visible sun, humanity collectively decided it was time to find a new home. Pushing the very limits of science, mankind molested the fabric of space-time to create artificial wormholes. These wormholes allowed the transportation of matter across huge distances, though required a reliable exit connection. An automated starship was sent to the nearest neighboring star, Alpha Centauri, to construct one such connection. Following the 250-year journey, the first warp gate was established, and humanity quickly fled the rotting Earth to the new off-world colony.
Alright, so that's the lore. There's like 4 of them. So yeah, there's a lot. More than just 4 of them. But over here there's more wreckage, so let's grab that. It has fuel in it, so
Successful.
yeah. Also there are stuff like pirates, which are another faction that can destroy us. We need a strength, enough strength to ascend.
Okay, I'm calling it. We need to shift our focus back to more pressing needs. Everyone on board is expected to understand that the mothership takes priority over everything, including our very lives. To that effect, Mother needs to be fed. If we can't find what she needs, we die along with her. If we cannot trade for what we need, we'll have to take it by force. As cruel as it is, that's just life.
I see fit to enlighten everyone that every action on board consumes something. Don't let these critical supplies run dry. I've gone to the effort of labeling all viable extraction points, as well as indicating when they are ready for harvest. I have also color-coded human selfishness, so
Alright, shut up, Carl. We are going somewhere. We are gonna join this guy on the
I don't
mission.
even try.
Shush. We're gonna help Mr. Void in his combat against this pirate ship. Okay? It's good.
I try not to start fights I can't win, but everyone makes mistakes. It's not beneath me to use one of those silly fail gates if the situation...
Yeah, so we can use the fail safe thingy
Battle wagon mode?
if we are threatened. Also, that looks infested as fuck. But yeah. So to essentially give you a brief kinda thingy, we are currently in battle wagon mode, which essentially is a... Okay, so give me a second, I'll explain more. And it's shutter, speech, engines, music. Yeah, hopefully, let me see. Okay, it is better than whatever the frick I was saying. Okay, so it's better. So we are in battle wagon mode, which essentially is a auto shooting mode. So all the weapons our ship is equipped with will automatically shoot any close target that the weapon range can hit, and you can have then fire all.
Look at all this here stuff all tossed about the void like toilet paper in the wind. As much as I want to stuff the metal mother full of treasure, the space inside is always smaller than the shell outside. Go figure.
Okay, so loot. Anyhow, like I was saying, battle wagon mode will shoot on its own. Then we have fire all, which will shoot all weapons. We got the cannons, which will shoot only cannons, but it won't shoot automatically. You need to manually shoot it. You got then the lasers and launcher. I usually keep it on battle wagon mode because, you know, shooting everything and trying to track everything is real pain in the ass.
Curb interplanetary diseases. Just about all our traded goods now have to go through this hands-off filtered interface. No.
Yeah, so we also have this interface. We can have our own stuff, like well, we can take stuff.
behold, my happy place.
We also have
There is
perks.
research
Every
data
time
that has not
shut
been
up.
allocated.
Every time we
Consider
level
not
up,
allocated
we
in any
essentially
state
can get ourselves perks. We get capacity, increase weapons and shield boost power pool. We got armor, so 20% protects your ship peripherals from breaking off while reinforcing your subcores. Then you got the health. I'm gonna go with the capacity because we kinda need it. Also, we got scrap to pick. Perfect. So we got this. We got RZ, which is our fuel. We got goons, which we need to have goons in order to not.
Good, fresh, refined alloys isn't easy. Everyone wants them.
Yeah. So we need goons in order to not lose health, because if you don't have goons, you are gonna take health damage over time. You also have scraps, which is essentially the currency that essentially rules this entire galaxy. You also have the cores. You know, over here is the core. The more cores you have, the more weapons and attachments you can have. Goons, yeah.
Contextualization about how urgently we require these basic resources.
Of course, we need bodies to operate and maintain the ship's systems. But
Yeah, as she said, goons are just buddies. Read this.
Now that we are finally underway, let me remind you that you
Shut up. Yeah, so we got faction information, we got lone captains. The lone captains are essentially captains that you can, we are one of those, they can join your faction or the factions of other people. Then you get the civilian ascendancy, you got the void militia, you got the sun hunters, you got the miners, whatever the word is, and you got the sovereignty of science. Each of these factions have their own bonuses and stuff.
Currency to spend, we should stock up on.
Yeah, we can now.
We wouldn't.
Shut up. We can now have a ships in our hangar. We can switch this so they can automatically deploy and restock. These short buses are always your go-to from the beginning. They are equipped with, you can over here equip them with their own weapons depending on what they can get. You can have ion micro missiles, you can have micro missiles normally. Each of them have a specific function. For example, the ion ones only do stuff to shields, while micro missiles, they do some damage to shields and armor, but that's really bad damage. They do a lot of normal damage to the hull itself. So we're gonna go with regular missiles, while over here we can have the micro emitters. Weak short range emitters. They are good against a little bit good against armor, but really great against shields and the other stuff. So that's that. Or we can just switch it up like this. Perfect. So I'm gonna get both of them like they need to be. So we're gonna get it like this. We're gonna equip them. We're gonna use all of them. You know, because even though they are not cheap, but yeah. As you can see now.
for gamma's sake, why did we drop out of warp? Carl, what is wrong with my ship?
Nothing is wrong with the ship, Elsa. I've scheduled a combat drill for today. We're getting a little too soft for my liking.
Jameson, it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah, if I had to have a combat drift, oh yeah, I forgot.
All of the ship's command and control systems are routed through a wireless-assisted simulation. A benefit of such a system is you do not have to be physically on a ship to fly it. You can astral project your command focus to another ship, while delegating the control of the mothership to artificial intelligence. While it would make almost too much sense to allow the artificial intelligence to fly every ship, that theoretically would take all the fun out of it.
Yeah. Also, if my mothership dies, that's kind of it. So, yeah. But you can take control of your ships that are flying around with you, and well, shoot. So, target.
Designated.
Oh, okay, okay. We can have attack target, we can defend target, we can regroup by holding, and we can also any target here somewhere. We can attack,
Target locked.
which is great.
Eliminating.
Yeah,
All
missiles
right,
away.
That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Let's try something a bit bigger.
Bigger? What you mean? What you mean? Okay, destroy that target. We're gonna destroy it. My mothership also gonna go there, so that's gonna be it. What the hell? Something? Okay, just Discord being grouchy. So yeah, over here we are just gonna destroy this meteor, I guess. Each of them, I guess, have cores or something. The infected meteor bases thingy.
We have sufficiently asserted ourselves over this inanimate material. Surely we must be done with these mindless examinations of competence by now.
Carl, you couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper bag. These drills just might save your life someday. You'd be wise to put this inanimate material to use before trying your luck on something that can shoot back.
The colonel or whatever he is kind of right. If the bait shoots back, then it's gonna be bad for us. So over here you got the star base.
Now that we have strike craft of our own, we should learn how to fight against them. It's a big galaxy, and we're not originals.
Yeah, shush. We can fight raiders there. We got Starbase. This looked like a great place to call home and raise a family. Get one approved for mortgage financing today. Sadly, I don't have a level to construct the base. You need to have like 12 level in order to construct it.
Signal detected.
Oh, nice. Should I? Yeah. So yeah, the territories, if you have a captain on your star base.
Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Well, it is not doing the same.
Ah, shush. So yeah.
Engaging.
Could you engage him, please? Yeah. So, Battle Wagon Mode 1, next weapon group and stuff like that. So, the territories, if you have a neighboring faction, you can have a raid done against their starbase. It will essentially, I guess, siphon their resources or something, and then you... oh boy. And then you are kinda... okay, my shields are out. Boost the shields.
All right.
Are we done burning bugs with a magnet?
Yeah. Shush. Oh, nice. So, every destroyed ship has a chance to drop a blueprint, like one floating towards us. Which... nothing? Okay. So, which will then be able to unlock new blueprints for your craft. You see, every craft have their faction. Short boss is just a pirate. Yachts are the green guys. Then you got the military. You got these guys. You got the miners, and then you got the science people. So every single one has different kind of weapons. For example, these guys have the ion shotguns, omni cannons, miniguns. The miniguns are good against destroying incoming ordnance. Yeah, and other stuff. Then you got the micro missiles and BS like that. I usually go for the ranger because he has the ion swarm or the drones, essentially. Even though they called it fighters, they are not necessary fighters, because fighters, you got the strike crafts, but yeah, they can do a lot of stuff. So we're gonna go with the zappers, and then we're gonna go with micro blasters. These boys will be equipped like I need them to be. They go by 2, which is, you know, you got total command over your things. And now that everything is according
Now
to...
that we have achieved a base level of technological excellence, I see no reason to tow around this useless garbage. Trade, steal, kill...
Yeah. We need to get better.
Saved.
Which is kind of what we are planning on doing.
Though I am completely disgusted by the idea of cooperating with others in a fashion that implies intellectual equality, it often cannot be avoided. Just try not to get extorted too severely.
Yeah, we need to trade. But first, after we finish constructing, well, not constructing, doing this, recommended is to get the cores. Yeah, problem is, damn, they're expensive as hell. So yeah, before I end this, every single one has a type of weapon. If I should explain it, I would go to part catalog. You got the subcores, which are your core things, you know, this middle part. Then you got the engines, yeah, you got the left wing, right wing, you got the nose, which is this part, and you have 3 sizes: the small, medium, and large. Each takes 1 port from your core, which essentially, if you have it like you see my blueprint of my ship, everything takes 1 core thingy. But if you go for medium, it will take 2 ports from one side, and if you have 3, if you have large, it will take 3 ports. You got then the faction. Faction has its own bonus, and then each of these have its own weapon type. You got the cannons, omni cannons, ion shotgun, minigun, shotgun, flag cannons, particle hose, mag hammer, pulse, sniper cannon, mass drive, and plasma discharger. Then you got the beams weapons, which is laser, omni laser, leech beam, ion beam, range beam, and chainsaw beam. You also have launchers, which missiles, torpedoes, cloud torpedoes, explosive warheads. You can have all that. And then you got the dispensers, which from small pairs of zappers to cruel, which I don't know, it's a chainsaw type thing. It's not really good against shields, but when the ship's shields are gone, it will, if it hits you or the enemy, depending on who's shooting it, it will cut a chunk of the enemy ship. And I didn't mention it yet, but in the middle of battle, if you have a lot of armor penetration, you have a big chance of cutting off parts of enemy ships, which essentially main bonus for that is that the enemy power is reduced, and their weapons that have been cut off from their ship can't be used by him. You can then grab it and attach it to your ship, but if you don't have cores available, then it's kind of useless though. So yeah. So anyway, thank you all for supporting, well, not supporting me, but thank you all for eventually watching. If you like my content, consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
And we're flying so close to where we belong. And we're trying to go somewhere new.